This book is called Donald Duck's Toy Train. And 1970s. Donald Duck had a new toy train in his backyard, and it was a beauty too. It had a shiny black engine with a coal car behind where Donald rode, because he was too big for the toy engine's cab. That's a sentence fragment. I won't get into that. Donald's train had a coach, a male car, but no female car, a red caboose, though none of his friends could go inside. Wait for the sentence fragment. Because it was a toy-sized train. There was a little station beside the tracks. Canyonville, the sign said. And around the station, a little village spread with houses and churches and stores. Only nobody lived there because, again, it was too small. And that did seem too bad. One day, Donald was laying some new tracks when he came spang up against a great big tree. I'm not going to try and do a Donald Duck voice here. "This will have to go," said Donald Duck. "It's much too big for my toy train." So he had the big tree moved away, which ain't cheap. Now, up in the treetop was a cozy little home of two chipmunks, Chip and Dale. They were away at the time gathering nuts for their winter food. Soon back they came with great armloads of nuts and got ready to climb to their home. But where was this? The tree was gone. They could scarcely believe their eyes. In its place, Donald Duck had put a toy-sized train, just the size for his little toy train. "But that's not big enough for a home for us," cried Chip. "No, sir," cried Dale. Well, this was a fix. Where could they live? The two sad chipmunks sat and thought, but that didn't get them anywhere. So they started walking down the railroad tracks. Soon they came to the train where Donald had left it. "Looks like fun," said Chip. "Let's go for a ride." So they hopped into the engine cab, which was just their size. They stoked up the little fire with a shovelful of coal, and away they chugged down the tracks. They roared through tunnels uphill and down Dale. One of them is named Dale, but we won't get into that. It was really a wonderful ride. Soon they came to the town, and they rang the engine bell and pulled on the brakes and stopped. "Quite a town," said Chip. "Let's look around." So they rattled the doors of the little street, but no one was there to sell. They knocked at the doors of the little houses, but no one answered their knocks. I seem to remember an Outer Limits episode kind of like that. One little door, though, swung open at their touch, so Chip and Dale walked inside. Inside the house, they found chairs and lamps and tables and beds, all exactly chipmunk-sized. So Chip and Dale moved right in. But not far away, a danger marched. It was Donald Duck, and Donald Duck was mad. "Someone has stolen my train," he fumed. "Best train in the world," he fussed, "and it's probably wrecked by now. It isn't anyone who could manage a real little train like that." Just then he looked up and he saw the train parked at the station, as neat as could be. Near the train he found tiny footprints leading straight to the little house. Donald went to the window and peeked in. Chip and Dale were curled up in bed taking naps. "Well, isn't that cute?" said Donald. "What's more, they're just the right size." So Donald made friends with Chip and Dale. He delivered tiny bottles of milk to their door and teeny loaves of bread. That was back in the era when milk delivery was a thing. And he let them drive his fine toy train while he rode on the coach behind. "It's much more fun," said Donald happily, "to play with folks who are just the right size."